In this video, I'll be discussing strength. I'll be discussing its importance for the distance athlete. I'll be discussing how the athletes here build strength. And I'll also try to measure it with a couple athlete friends. Hi again from Kapchorwa. This is home of Ugandan running champions, the likes of Joshua Cheptegei, Jacob Kiplimo, Peruth Chemutai, and Victor Kiplangat. In this video, I'll be discussing strength. I'll be discussing its importance for the distance athlete. I'll be discussing how the athletes here build strength. And I'll also try to measure it with a couple athlete friends. Strength is important for the distance athlete, and it's not immediately apparent when you look at their build compared to, say, a sprinter, but it's vital for a number of reasons. Strength helps improve running economy by improving muscle efficiency and oxygen usage. It helps reduce injury through strengthening muscles, tendons and ligaments. It helps with running form. Core and leg strength will help with posture as well as biomechanics. It helps with endurance by delaying the onset of muscle fatigue. It helps with power and speed, which is especially important for hills and sprints during races. And it helps with muscle recovery. So with this long list of benefits, you can understand why I was surprised to find no gym here when I first came out in 2022, and there's still no gym. But there's world-class athletes, so they must be building strength through other methods. From what I've observed, they build strength through hills. I showed this on a recent video where I followed an elite athlete over a week and tallied his elevation gain. They do body weight and core exercises once or twice a week, but I've found that they are not all consistent with doing this. They get it as well from physical work, things like farming and carrying objects like firewood. And I've also found dotted around do-it-yourself gym equipment made out of metal and cement. I've been thinking about trying to measure strength in the athletes here, and I've settled on a plan on taking a couple athlete friends to the nearest gym. It's an hour away in a town called Mbale, and we'll be doing a leg workout. I'll provide more details when we get to the gym. I'll be going with Joel Kiplangat and Aziz Chebet.
In firewood, in most of the outcomes in Kapchorwa, Uganda, we go for firewood in the forest. And it's a bit far from where we always park our car. It is 3 kilometers away from the forest, and then we get like 3 blocks, like small blocks, but you go like 3 times, then the car can be full. Farming I also do because it's part of my live program, because after training or when I'm also out of the system of training, I do farming like onions. I plant onions, matoke, and then also maize.
America special we chi Monday, chi Friday. We chi jagalek Saturday, but hat bangat de wong dawnyo.
We've just arrived at one of the gyms in Mbale. The workout that we're going to be doing will be leg extensions, so looking at quad strength. When I'm in Kapchorwa training, I notice my quads getting bigger, suggesting they're getting stronger, and I think that will be a good muscle group for us to test. I did some searching online. I found a website with a large data set where they grade quad strength based on multiples of body weight that you can lift with the leg extension as a single rep max or a single attempt. We're going to start at 50% of body weight and go up in steps of 25%. On the machine itself, we can increase the weight in increments of 5 kg. So what we'll do is we're going to round up to the nearest 5 kilogram on each attempt that we do. We'll take it in turns so that we're getting rest in between each attempt. We're all different heights, so whenever we change over, we'll need to be adjusting the seat and the shin pads to ensure that we're in the right position so that we're doing the right technique for the leg extensions. So I'm now back in Kapchora. Joel and I managed to extend 75% of body weight. Aziz managed 100%. With these results and having had more time to reflect, I don't think the grades of strength for the quads that I shared earlier apply to the distance athlete. I think they're more applicable to powerlifters or perhaps sprinters as well. If you've learned about muscle fibers in runners, you know that endurance athletes have predominantly slow-twitch muscle fibers that have the advantage of taking longer to fatigue and therefore being able to sustain activity for longer, as compared to fast-twitch muscle fibers that are important for power and speed. From this, we can deduce that the endurance athlete is more likely to excel if we look at muscular endurance tests, say for example, time to fatigue with repetitions with a lighter weight, or time they can hold a plank for. I guess the big question that arises from all this is, would better access to gyms here, so the athletes being able to do gym work with resistance training over and above the bodyweight exercises that they do, provide them benefit? Or in other words, would more strength training focused at the fast-twitch muscle fibers help them? I think the answer is probably yes. There is some evidence support this. I'll post a couple links in the description to papers with studies that showed resistance training helping endurance athletes. The other thing is, interestingly, the instructor at the gym we've just been to told us that some of the top athletes do go there. I don't know the details of their workouts, but the fact that they do go there suggests that they find it beneficial. Anyways, I want to hear from you. What do you think about all this? I'd also be interested to know what strength training you do. Let me know, comment down below. I have lots more to learn about strength and the athlete. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.